Hey guys, this is Sahil again, and today we have the HMD Global's JUHO SARVIKAS here. He's their Chief Product Manager and Chief Product Officer, and he's going to tell us the story behind the new Nokia smartphones which are coming soon to India. And here we have, just hold on a second, and we have JUHO here.
Hey there.
Yeah. So JUHO, can you tell us something about these new phones and showcase them to us?
Absolutely, yeah. So I want to first explain who we are as product makers and how did we start and how do we think about this journey. So first of all, we fully understand that you have a very high expectation for your new Nokia Android smartphone, and we fully intend to deliver on that. So there are three things that you'll know us for. First of all, the best real-life experience. Nokia has always been a phone that you can simply rely on to perform on in your everyday life. I'll talk a bit more about what that means when it goes to feature set. But in short, we go way beyond the specification. So it's not only the resolution and size of the display, it's how you integrate the technology. That's to me a core part of the Nokia difference. Then secondly, design and craftsmanship. So all of our smartphones start their journey from a single block of 6000 series aluminium. This is the most demanding way of designing a smartphone. It takes an hour to design, to carve out a Nokia 6 out of this single block of aluminium. But this is the best way of delivering the structural reliability and the build quality that you expect from a Nokia. So once we've machined this block of 6000 series aluminium for an hour, it takes 12 hours to anodize the surface to get this level of visual quality that we want to deliver, after which we apply a diamond cut on the side. So craftsmanship, design leadership is the second pillar of our strategy. And then thirdly, a very important aspect. Our strategy on Android is to stay pure, secure, and up to date. What that means in practice is that we will have a completely uncluttered UI. You get to decide what you do with the phone. We're not going to force anything on you, but we always have the latest platform and the latest service innovation from Google. And we're the first manufacturer to commit to monthly security updates, in addition to keeping the platform update on the latest release.
When you talk about some of these phones,
Sure.
You guys are not going fully high-end. You're sort of starting with the Nokia 6, which is like the most expensive phone that you guys will be releasing, and then you have the Nokia 5 and the Nokia 3.
Yes.
What was the thinking behind sort of starting from kind of mid-range instead of going high-end, because that's what Nokia was also known for?
So this is, first of all, really important to understand that this is the start of our journey, the start of the new chapter for Nokia in the phones. So we've announced the Nokia 3, Nokia 5 and Nokia 6. Obviously that leaves some numbers unused. I'll leave that there. But then the really important thing is that we want to enter a sector where we can deliver unprecedented quality for the consumers, unprecedented value for all of you out there. So the way that we're doing that is that we're bringing premium designs that have never existed in this price point before. This is also a segment where 70% of the people here in India buy their phones, and over 50% of people globally buy their devices. So by delivering this robust Nokia experience, the real-life experience that you expect from Nokia, what we hope to do is that we want to deliver something different out there.
The Nokia 6 was announced in January for China, and it had an incredible response. So are you sort of quite pumped about the impending launch of the phone in India, and are you expecting more of the same out here?
So we're overall really excited. Like the reception the warm welcome that we got from the consumers out there in MWC when we announced the device was also amazing. We're so happy with the coverage in social media. So that gives us confidence that there's this strong love for Nokia, and delivering on that core promise of what a Nokia smartphone has always stood for is something that's very powerful today.
Yeah. Then there's also the new 3310. What was the thinking behind sort of releasing a feature phone in this age of smartphones?
So you might not know, we're actually the market leader when it comes to feature phones. There's a lot of people out there who either cannot afford a smartphone, or they want a feature phone as their second phone, or simply prefer the experience. And this is a very robust, rational part of our business. But then at the same time, I have to say that this 3310, this really comes from the heart. We saw an excellent opportunity doing something that brings a smile on your face. The engineering that went into this device is quite extraordinary. if you look at the fact that we were able to keep the original iconic design, at the same time the miniaturization that we've done is quite astonishing. It's very compact, yet it feels beautiful in your hand. The value proposition, the reason to buy this device is very simple. You can talk all day and night, so it's 24-hour talk time, a month standby time, and you can play Snake.
Okay, that's brilliant. The Snake is something I think a lot of our readers have sort of grown up with. But if you sort of think about the Indian market, these phones have obviously not launched yet. I'm assuming they're going to be launching pretty soon.
Yeah.
What kind of competitive edge that you can sort of see HMD Global's Nokia phones bring to the table apart from design and build quality?
Well, so for us, those are the key cornerstones. In addition, the latest and greatest Android experience. If you look at the pain points that consumers have, is that there is a concern on how good will the device be, how well it will perform. So all of the investment that we're making in laminating the display, first of all, selecting the brightest panels out there in the marketplace. Secondly, laminating them without any air gap. And then thirdly, adding this Gorilla Glass on top that we've actually sculpted, so it feels beautiful in your hand. There's also a lot of investment that goes into the software part of it. Sunlight readability enhancement, performance optimization, power consumption. All of those things will make the Nokia difference.
Okay. Can I sort of just ask you a few questions about the journey from Nokia to Microsoft to HMD Global? Like, if I'm not wrong, you were personally handling Microsoft's Lumia devices in the US?
Yes, I was.
And so how has there been a massive change? Now you're basically in charge for all the products that Nokia makes.
Yeah, it's very exciting for me personally, but for all of us. We always thought about Nokia phones the same way, at least I have personally. It's always been about this exceeding people's expectations on how the phone performs in real life, but then also delivering a different, very purposeful design.
Thanks a lot, and best of luck for you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the time.